So Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster is out soon, and being the huge Dead Rising fan that I am, I wanted to go back and play the original game. Well, technically I'm playing the port that was released on Xbox One, which is pretty much the same game, but I digress. Anyway, because I'm a masochist, today I'm attempting the infamous 7-Day Survivor achievement on Dead Rising. If you're not familiar with 7-Day Survivor, basically you have to survive for 7 days, I know, shocker, in Dead Rising's Infinity mode. 1 day of in-game time equates to about 2 hours of real life time, so it doesn't take a genius to figure out that we have to survive for 14 hours. And that doesn't sound too bad, right? Well, the kicker here is that you can't save in this mode. So yeah, 14 hours of consecutive playtime. What could possibly go wrong? Now, you may be saying to yourself, Dan, you beautiful zombie-slaying bastard, why not just leave the game running for 14 hours straight, and when you come back, that tasty 20 gamer score will be yours? If only it were that simple. Another caveat of Infinity mode is that Frank's health is constantly depleting, and food items, which are the health in this game, are limited, which means there is a finite amount of time you'll be able to survive in this mode, and in every 60 seconds of real time, one of Frank's health bars is lost. So, the main priority in this mode is not to take damage. Sounds easy, right? Yeah, this is going to be harder than I thought. Anyway, without further ado, this is one man's journey to the coveted 7-Day Survivor achievement. So to start things off, we arrive in the security room and head straight towards the MVP of this run, the real Mega Buster. Now, is using this weapon cheating? Maybe, but I killed 53,594 zombies to get it, so you best believe that I'm using it. Wait, no, Otis, don't do it! Oh yeah, I forgot to add that every single person in this mall, survivor or otherwise, is now a psychopath who's trying to kill me. So yeah, that's fun. Anyway, after peacefully dealing with Otis, back to the first objective at hand here, and that is that we need some books. That's right, books. And no, we're not going to read them because reading is for nerds, but sadly we do need them because the books boost Frank's stats. And the 3 we need are the ones that increase the potency of healing items. So we make our way down past the warehouse. Yeah, we're just going to ignore me falling off that and taking a little bit of damage there. Anyway, we get past the warehouse and head into the Paradise Plaza. Then I remember the first book is in the entrance plaza, so I turn around and go there instead. So we get to the entrance plaza, and what I wasn't expecting here was Paul, the pyromaniac with a penchant for the Call of Duty Black Ops Special Edition.
Be advised, hostile RCXD spotted.
And after some smooth dodges from your boy, I opted not to kill Paul because he has the same name as my dad. So yeah, I thought I'd spare him. Anyway, I made my way to Sinister Reed to get the first book. Then next up, I moseyed back on over to Paradise Plaza, cooked up some steak, then got the second and third books from their locations. And now, as you can see on the screen, the food items have 3 little symbols next to them, which means I get a 200% bonus to my healing efficiency. Next up, I head into the yard to take out the 3 sniper dweebs and claim their snacks. And now, the fun part of this run begins. The waiting. Yep, this is what the majority of this playthrough consists of. Just gathering food and waiting out the clock. And this is where the real mental battle comes in. Because essentially now it's you versus time. And you have to be careful because if you leave the game too long, again, because Frank's health is constantly draining, you'll end up dying. So you've got to keep a close eye on the game whilst also entertaining yourself elsewhere, I guess. So what I basically did was watch a few YouTube videos, I did a couple of chores around the house, and then I just blankly stared at the health bar go down over and over again because I was too scared of Frank dying. And also when you're in the yard of the mall, you can use a sniper rifle to watch the clock tower, which basically tells you the time, and it's helpful for planning your next move. But again, now it's just waiting. And now that I think about it, this video is probably going to be really boring, but what are you going to do? So after waiting a bit and desecrating the sniper dweebs' corpse a little bit, I head into the food court to deal with Carlito. Now again, the Mega Buster makes light work of this guy and I can freely collect all of the food in the area. And after doing that, I take refuge in the rafters and yeah, just wait some more. I'd honestly love to tell you specific timings of all this, but I completely lost track of that myself. But just know that I'm having a great time waiting and waiting and waiting.
And Frank is just spinning round in circles. What's that, like 10 hours to go?
And yeah, at this point, boredom was really starting to set in, and whilst I was playing around with my gun, I realized how janky that the aiming is in this game. Like, just look at this. Hopefully the remaster fixes that, but anyway.
This is me doing the Dead Rising challenge. Look at that. Oh, he's almost dead. But I'm actually just grinding levels on Fortnite, baby!
We desecrate Carlito's corpse a little bit and then moved on once we have finished all of the food in this area. And as you can see now, we've passed the 1 day mark, and now we're going to the movie theatre. I picked up some food here, go back to Paradise, and I changed my mask, just, to keep things interesting. And then I head back over to the entrance plaza. Somehow, Carlito has returned. But, again, he goes down in a couple of shots because of the Mega Buster. Then we steal his corn and his well-done meat. That sounded a little bit strange. It looked okay when I wrote it down. Anyway, I decided to have some fun with this stick, do a bit of retail therapy, and shoot some blanks at these zombies, then move on. At this point, I've got a lot of food, so I'm just trying to kill some time. The real villain of this achievement is boredom. 14 hours doesn't sound like a long time, but when you're spending it doing nothing, it really drags. So I'm gonna just skip ahead a little bit here and let the footage play out.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Okay, so at this point, I was starting to panic a little bit because I had no idea this thimble-dicked motherfucker would be here. And he took a hell of a lot of my health. Luckily though, jumping on this giant football meant that he couldn't hit me with his little sword anymore. And yeah, I took him out, but that really could have ended a lot worse than it did. I should be more prepared for this, but what are you gonna do?
I think it's still day 2. I paused it, had a shower, got myself sorted, and yeah, I'm in for a long night. It's 10 o'clock now, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Anyway, I went back to the movie theatre, killed this random dude, and at this point, my footage started to get all like weird and glitchy. So I switched capture cards and got back to waiting. Blah, 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 lots of hours passed, and now we're at 4 days and 9 hours. Things are going surprisingly well. Just chilling in the warehouse and, oh god, Natalie, no. And after going around slaughtering a few survivors, I went back to the movie theatre and waited some more. So you gotta make your own fun here, and that doesn't come without risk. So I took a couple of bites in the process, but it'll be fine. And now, drum roll please. This is it. 5-day survivor. That's also an achievement, but no one cares about that. Basically, you're seeing the fruits of my labour pay off. Well, you're not actually seeing that because a bloody capture card didn't record the achievement unlocking. But yes, I officially hit 5 days. And that means only 4 hours of real time to go. Back to the entrance plaza again, and wouldn't you know it, the sniper nerds are back. You know the drill by now, kill them, get the food, and wait. And I decided to change into something a little bit more classy as well. And as you can see, that didn't last long. I chilled out in the bookstore, waited for the time to go down. At this point, I had more than enough food to tick me over the 7-day mark. So again, this footage is probably going to be boring. It is what it is.
Just 1 hour left. Almost there, almost done. I hate myself.
So now we're getting close to the end. I decided to go out for a little stroll doing that level 50 zombie walk. And on my travels, I saw the exit sign. The stars aligned and fate was on my side that very day because after a little bit of zombie walking around, I finally unlocked the 7-day survivor achievement. And it couldn't have been timed more perfectly because the exit sign's right there, and I am ready to get the hell out of this game now. But yeah, I go through the door, and as you can see, 7 days survived. Got the achievement, and there's only one thing left to do, really, and that's to die. So I find a nice zombie, let him chow down on Frank's succulent meat, and yeah, as you can see, I survived for 7 days and 14 minutes.
It's done. Was it worth it? Probably not. Oh well.
And in reality, this achievement gets a bad rap because it is boring, but it's not that difficult. I used a guide for maybe the first day, and then I decided to just go off script and do my own thing, but I managed to do it just fine. I had more than enough food there. I didn't even pick up like the food in the North Plaza or the supermarket or anything like that. I essentially just lived off killing the survivors and eating their snacks. So yeah, I think the biggest hurdles you're going to face on this challenge is boredom and potential Xbox freezes, because that would suck. The fact that you can't save in this mode's lame as hell, and apparently in the remaster they're going to be fixing that, so fingers crossed there. And that was that. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. I really appreciate it. If you want to subscribe to the channel, please go ahead. I'll have lots of new Dead Rising content coming once the remaster comes out. And if you want to follow me, you can do so on Twitter at Dan J. Durkin. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.